Good morning, campers. Today I want to talk about flashlights. Specifically, I wanted to show off my brand new flashlight I just got last week. But I got some other flashlights I'd like to compare it to. Now, for years and years I used this flashlight. It's rubber and it floats. Got a little waterproof switch on the back. And it worked pretty good for quite a few years. Takes your generic D-cell batteries, and but it worked pretty good. But they quit making it a few years ago. It's a way of marketing, I guess. You always got to discontinue something to go to something else and raise the price a little bit. But some years ago, for work, I have to look into piping spaces and take pictures. And so quite often, actually more often than not, those spaces are kind of dark or completely without light. I used to get these great big spotlights from the hardware store. Home Depot sells them too. And they're always rated in millions of candle power. I don't know what this one was, but candle power was a way that they used to measure how bright a light was for decades and decades. And then one day they came out with the LED, and of course everything's got to be different with LED, so they quit calling it candle power. Now they call it looms. What the hell's a lumen? I looked on the internet and I found some kind of a comparison between candle power and lumen, and then I compared it with a couple of lights and light intensities that I knew about, and it was full of shit. It was way off the so to this day I don't know what the hell, how many lumens is a candle power, and truth is I don't know if anybody knows. So anyway, so these spotlights I used rechargeable batteries, and they were usually pretty big. They were like 6 or 12 volts. And I always got the ones you could charge off of 12 volts, so I could charge it in my work truck, charge it on the road. And but those lights, they anytime you got the brighter the light has to take more electricity. Now an LED might be brighter and use less electricity, but it's still going to use real bright ones are going to use more electricity. So those spotlights are pretty expensive. They're $30–40 a piece, and they'd only last about a year. And one of the features I always had to have was one that would lock the trigger so the light would stay on and I wouldn't have to hold it, because I usually needed 2 hands for my camera, or maybe hold on so I don't fall in the damn piping hole space. So by and by, I went over to the hardware store and I looked at the LED lights they had, and most of them were 200 or 400 or 600 lumens. So I didn't know if that was good or not, and so I went ahead and I bought one, and it wasn't bright enough for shit, and it wasn't as bright as one of these 2, 4, 600 lumens. So I didn't buy another one for a long time, and then one day I was looking on there, and the hardware did have one bright sort of flashlight, but it was 1200. That was pretty good. That's twice as much as the others. They wanted $27 for a flashlight. Are you kidding me? I didn't want to spend that kind of money. So I got on the internet and I searched around, and I keep seeing this word Cree. Let's see if I got that name. Oh, darn it. No, I don't see it. Oh yeah, here it is. I'll show you. And there you are, Cree, and this particular one's Ultra Fire. Now, I thought that was the brand name, the manufacturer, the Cree, but you go on Amazon and there's just all kinds of Cree flashlights for sale, and so I thought that was the brand. But anyway, I searched through there and found a light that was like, it was like 1,600 lumens. $8. Hey, what a deal. So I went ahead and I bought that, and it turned out that it used 3, what did I do with my deal? 3 little, there it is. in a three little battery pack thing like this, and the whole thing would pop into there. And one of the first things I learned about the LEDs, don't put the batteries in backwards. I got a dead one upstairs because that's exactly what I did. This is electronic. Remember, negative, positive. You can't turn it around. LED, light emitting diode. A diode is a silicone, a semiconductor device, and polarity is everything. So I used that one for a long time, and I like rechargeable batteries because once you buy the battery, for the life of the battery, you have power for free. All you need is a charger. And I always carried extra. I gotta admit, these are kind of pricey for AAA. I think it's a pack of them's like $10 or $12, and it's a lot more than a regular battery. Now that's true, but you use them, and when they run down, you just pop them out, stick them in the charger, reload with some extras you got all charged up, and you go about your business. And while you're working, those other ones are charging, and there's no charge. Because boy, at our company, man, we burn through batteries like you wouldn't imagine. Plus, I hate the idea, all these throwaway batteries. I read somewhere one time that Rayovac is the world's biggest battery maker. And Rayovac manufactures 1 million D cells each and every single day. Can you imagine? So if they're manufacturing 1 million, that means they're selling 1 million. That means somebody's replacing 1 million each and every single day. So where are they going? Landfill? They're not supposed to be, but you know damn well there's a lot of them that are. So anyway, that's just unbelievable. 1 million a day, and that's Rayovac. And you got Duracell, you got Energizer, you got all others. I don't particularly like Duracells. I've used them. They're a good battery, but that's not the best battery. There's a TV station here in the Bay Area, and every Christmas, I don't know if he still does it, they used to do a toy test. They get, I don't know how many, they bought all the kind of batteries they could find, and they'd have 20 or 30 or 40, some kind of weird little toy, and they'd load them all up, and they'd let them run, and they'd time each and every single one of them. And every single year, year after year, who came out on top? Energizer, not the copper top. As big a blowhard as they are in their commercials, and they make it sound like, oh, we've got the best, oh, the space shuttle astronauts use a copper top. Yeah, probably because copper top gives them the goddamn batteries. That's probably why they use them. More often than not, you see a thing like, oh, it's the official whatever for the NASCAR or what. The company's given that shit. Did you know in NASCAR and pretty much all professional racing, they do it drag race? I think so. Indianapolis 500, the tire companies give the teams the tires, all the tires they want. And they actually, they want the old tires back because they want to study them, and they help design new tires. So it's actually beneficial. But anyway, whenever you hear that, the official whatever of the U.S. Olympic team, that's a bunch of shit. It's because somebody's giving them that shit. It's not necessarily the best. So anyway, don't fall for that shit. It's more marketing bullshit just to screw the fucking working man. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Now you get me pissed off. God, I hate business. I hate business. I hate capitalism. It's just, it's such a rig. Anyway, so. Here, my father-in-law gave me this one Christmas. It's a little mag light, and they're nice little lights. Okay, I don't particularly care for them. I've never thought that they're particularly bright. One thing they are is durable. You can drop it on a soft surface one here, but they'll withstand a lot of stuff, unlike a plastic battery or a plastic flashlight. When we bought this RV, all the cabinets and everything are not lit, and it was so dark, so I went out and I bought a bunch of these. I've seen these little lights right here, little LED, and I can't even remember what I think it uses a 3-pack. Yeah, it uses a 3-battery pack too. But, like I said, when you put these things in, you damn well better put it in. Oh, when you get it in a 3-battery pack as well, you'll notice it's kind of difficult because 2 of them batteries are one way and 1 of them are other way, so you got to look real careful. And here they mark plus on the on this side, and So you drop it in there. You check again. Like I said, you better not do it backwards. You'll pop the LED light emitter. Anyway, I've seen these for as much as $10, and that's unbelievable that they've. I guess there are people in the world dumb enough to pay $10 for these. I went out and I looked around, and at the hardware store they had I can't remember. I've seen it at Harbor too, Harbor Freight. They'll have either an 8-pack or 10-pack of these for like $8 or $10. So these are like $1 a piece. That's what they should. No oh wait, do they come with batteries? I can't remember if they come with batteries or not. If they do, it's some weirdo Asian brand you've never heard of, and you know it's like ocean batteries or something. But and they never do seem to last very long. But anyway, I bought a whole bunch of these. I bought about 10 of them, and every cabinet in the rig, you know, I put one of these batteries, these little flashlights in, and they work pretty good for what they do. But occasionally, because they're so cheap as hell, and of course on the side it says China, they'll just quit working, and you got to bang it and loosen it and try it, and it's not the battery and this and that. And anyway, it can be a hassle, but it's $1 flashlight.